I need to be sitting like here. Actually, this is funny, like with the light right there.
Yeah.
It really does look like we're in a bunker.
Yeah. At least we're keeping a good distance away from each other. So
Right.
that's good.
Someone says first.
Very nice.
So welcome to the live stream from the Phoenix. I said, well,
Yeah.
not the title. Yeah. So we're in Phoenix, Arizona, and everything's closed. So I went to the Target and got a bunch of cold cuts and wraps and hummus and stuff and some beer. So we're just gonna hang out in the lobby with everybody.
Which is nobody.
There's like maybe a baker's dozen of people in this hotel.
Yeah.
So nothing to do.
It's like I don't know. It's like Luigi's Mansion up in here.
Mm-hmm.
Very ghost like. So yeah.
But the staff has been very good, very friendly. We're just chatting. Everybody's in good spirits. What are we eating? We're eating salami, ham, hummus, and flat out light original. What is? I guess they're pita wraps. And this is our dinner. Oh, and beer.
All right. Good.
So cheers to you guys wherever you are.
All of you.
And we're going to continue filming cars tomorrow, some good cars tomorrow, and you're going to see these coming out in a couple of weeks. So RCR does not stop. RCR cannot stop.
Yeah.
We will keep this show going no matter what.
Yep.
And if domestic air travel is shut down, we will drive because RCR cannot stop for any reason.
Yeah.
Well, except when, did we have we taken a week off and there was nothing? Like either you had something.
Yeah, there's never been a week off where we're both like able-bodied and capable of producing content.
Yeah.
There was one time that we missed a Monday and ended up going on like a sort of Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. First super chat we got is.
I think I can do it in another tab. I think I have a tab saved where you can just F5 to freedom.
Yes. Very much so, yes.
Yeah, there it is. So I can just reload it from here.
All right.
MHT, thank you for the donation. I wanted to get the first super chat out there. Greetings from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for doing that.
Arizona Integra says, hi, Mr. Regular. Just curious what events and whatnot you guys are doing out here. My little brother's a huge fan and really wants to meet you guys. And it's unfortunate and sort of breaks my heart to be able to not like actually be around anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But in the interest of sort of keeping our actual interactions down with other people other than each other and maybe the guest car who, we didn't shake anybody's hand today, so it's weird.
We just got a text from Nugget.
Oh.
Hello, Nugget. That you've seen him on our Harris Hill Raceway stuff. He said he just caught the stream. He says he's lurking right now. Thank you, Nugget, and hi, Monica. I believe they're from Houston.
Yeah, no, Austin, aren't they?
We always meet him in Austin. But I think
I didn't know. Well,
he'll text me in a second.
Probably
and correct me.
Mm-hmm. We couldn't really. It's something where if we had to do this trip, we just want to keep it down to the bare essentials of what we have to do. We're not really like being in close contact with anybody, and so the car show that we were going to go to and hold sort of a meet there, that's obviously out the window because that would be a terrible idea.
It's canceled, and I think some people are showing up anyway, like just general car fans, but it's unsanctioned, and I don't know if the police would try to like shut it down. It's all very dicey, and I didn't want to be in the middle of that.
even if it were sanctioned, I personally wouldn't go just because it seems like a bad idea or bad times.
Right.
Strangely enough, the airports were like ghost towns, which is understandable, but it made it certainly easier to keep away from people, especially on the flight. We were the only. It was like I never actually went to see how many people were on the flight.
Did you get up to go to the bathroom at all? Because I got up twice.
I got up once, took a leak, and then went back to sleep. And there was a woman down to this like far end who was reading a copy of The Fish Wrapper.
I wrote that down. What was up with that?
I don't know. I thought that
Who reads The Fish Wrapper? Second of all, who loves it so much they bring it on the plane?
It's such a bizarre reading material to have, but I guess that's kind of part and parcel of the situation now.
Is the Fish Wrapper like a USA Today, or is it like some religious thing?
No, it's mostly like local happenings, if I remember right, because I know they have some in the farmers market that I go to. And basically, they'll have like a recipe for, like lemon cakes or something in there, but they'll also talk about, tips for fishing season.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know. It's such a provincial reading material that it never occurs to me that someone would actually bring that with them somewhere. Unless they just happen to have it, like it was an old bag they never emptied out, and they just happen to have the fish wrapper with them, and they needed something to read, so screw it. But even then, it's like you get magazines on a flight.
Yeah, it's like someone reading TV Guide today.
Yeah.
Okay, or I guess Reader's Digest is still a thing.
Now, for doctors' offices anyway.
Highlights for children. Implying there's a more mature version of highlights.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much all highlights is, though. Yeah. But
zoo books.
Yeah.
Let's see. Alexander Farsky says, how do you feel about reviewing a snowmobile? I'm down. We didn't have much of a winter, although I learned that, like, I'm so East Coast that I know very little about Arizona, and I thought it was all like a desert environment. But people tell me, no, you go up to Flagstaff, it's cold up there, and they have skiing and everything. So I'm like, Of course, I don't know if skiing resorts are now closed as well. Who knows? But thank you for the question. Harwat Sethi. Any shot we could get, or any chance, or any shot, maybe that's a Boston term, any shot we could get you guys up to Boston. I almost went a few weeks ago, but the thing, and this is a big question, do you want to come to Boston? Yes, I love Boston, but we're a car show, and Boston is not a car-friendly city. You'd have to film outside the city and then go into the city to like party. So that's kind of how it breaks down.
Yeah.
You'd have to have a big, wide open area outside and then be able to do all your stuff and all the driving roads. Because, driving in Boston is just...
It was like getting around in Chicago the first time.
Yeah, that was
when I had that weird panic attack in the middle of traffic, and you were like, you had to like toss your coffee out the window and give me the cup.
Yeah.
Basically, I was having a panic attack because I really had to take a leak, and I was like about to burst, but like nothing was going to come out. And for some reason, that just triggered like a really bad anxiety. Like my heart was racing and everything. It was the most juvenile thing, but I mean, more often than not, my panic attacks happen for absolutely no reason. So, yeah.
Yeah. Question in the regular chat that went up: are you guys coming to Dallas? I would love to come to Dallas. Now, of course, there are rumors, and they're just like Reddit, Twitter rumors. Would they shut down domestic air travel? And I was like, really? I don't know. I mean, it would suck for Tony and, well, the whole airline industry if like you just can't get around at all. But even if it's like 2 weeks, I don't mind like everybody take a break from stuff.
Yeah.
But I would because after this, there's nothing for 2 weeks. Like I was supposed to go out to Detroit, but that show got canceled, so I'm not going to Detroit. I was supposed to go in Detroit in 2 weeks.
And I was supposed to go to Radwood, Philly in 2 weeks, and now that's off. That was going to be my first Radwood, and now it's not happening. So
Nugget says we can get you onto a racetrack near Dallas, Texas, Cresson, about 40 minutes outside the city. You know, that's not too bad because Harris Hill is almost an hour outside Austin anyway. So that'd be cool to do a completely different track and go to like Denver and stuff. Get back to this here.
Yeah, but I already know this isn't like a 2-week thing, but it's a thing where, I mean,
I just hope my gym doesn't close because that's my sanity place. I'm able to go there and just like reset after long times on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Excuse me, elliptical machine.
I don't know. You know, my entire existence, like the past month, has just been like a long, uninterrupted anxiety attack, which is that's fun, but not really. I mean, between doctor's visits because I'm a hypochondriac, and then before this happened, I mean, and now this, it's like I don't know. I just kind of want to throw the whole year out, but I don't know. Like I realize that sort of being hysterical isn't going to help me. That I have to try to be rational and level-headed, which is an uphill battle. But you know, you do what you can.
I remember you telling me once when I asked for you to like describe it in words. You said something to the effect of, I imagine every possible worst case scenario and then believe that they're coming true.
It's essentially what it is. But
I mean, I've had panic attacks before, and I was in Alaska.
Yeah.
And the scary thing was when your heart starts going like, really fast. Like, holy crap, something's wrong here.
Yeah. And I mean, there's only so much that a person can take before they start to sort of lose that sense of presence.
You can have the rest of the ham if you want it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
There wasn't much in that, and I like salami anyway.
But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I'll get to be shut in with the Final Fantasy VII remake, provided all the GameStops don't close because like a moron I went.
What are they only doing physical copies?
No, but I already bought it, like pre-ordered it from GameStop, like paid in full. So if they close, now I got to find somewhere else to get it, but also get a refund.
What format?
PS4.
Okay.
I mean, I could still download it off the store, but I don't actually know if I have the hard drive for it. Here's what it is. Aaron R. Abril.
Hey, familiar face with $6.90. Nice.
Yes. Geez, guys, you should have told me y'all were looking for food. I'd have brought some back for you. Yeah, that'd be nice. Oh, I mean, food is food.
Right. Well, I had a fun adventure walking to Target and then getting a lift back.
Very nice.
This is all anybody wants to talk about. And I felt bad because the lift smelled like cigarettes. So the Lyft driver was a smoker, and I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah.
Your chances went up. Pardon me for eating while talking to you guys. And thank you, Aaron, for your donation. What, Aaron, do you live in Phoenix? Well, Phoenix is a huge, huge place, but Paul Adair says, and thank you for your donation, Paul. Hello from Columbus. I've been pricing a racing simulator rigs. Oh, wow. That's money. Might be the best option for never leaving my apartment. Yeah, having a full-on racing simulator with like a rig and stuff. That'd be fun. And you can drink while you're doing it, so that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love salami. Okay.
I love
goes right to the rum ham. Fernando Rios. Review of a 2005 Infiniti G35 soon. LOL. We already did. We did that one. Was that a G36 or something?
I thought it was a G37.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because it's the same car that someone in my family has.
Okay.
Extended family. But
Okay.
I don't know offhand. I mean, I suppose I could search, but I'm lazy. And I
We have the oh, sorry, this pita wrap is so doughy. We have Matt Happel's G35, which I'm still meaning to do, but that's with an LS swap with a blower on top of it, and I think a 6-speed Tremec manual, and it's making 300 foot-pounds of torque at idle. I think that it makes the maximum amount of torque that my Falcon makes when it's just idling away. It's nuts. I've seen videos of it. You've seen videos of him just doing burnouts with it, but I haven't driven it yet.
Yeah.
You know, all these LS swaps you see that are automatics, this one is a true superior manual.
Yes.
So Matt Happel's still tuning cars on Sundays. That's the thing. I should just show up to the dyno and just say hi to him. It's been forever. Good question, Fernando. Thanks. And go back to the regular chat.
Yeah. We got a bunch of more.
We got a whole bunch more?
Oh,
Okay.
Five-ish.
Okay. Am I still framed all right? It's framed on me, but
7-ish. 8-ish.
hey, Mr. R, regular square body something suburban square body Chevy. Oh, 1995 square body Chevy. Well, what can I roast about a square body Chevy other than that it's a complete good investment, especially right now.
Huh. And it's even with me in the chat, it's still a more square body thing born in 1985 than I am.
Oh. I just realized the shirt you were wearing.
Yeah, I had it made for shits and giggles.
Oh, okay.
But it's already kind of, like sort of fading a bit on the sides. But I don't know. That's what happens when you wash things, I suppose.
Marty says he's pooping. Excellent.
Excellent. You always got to have movements every day.
I pooped twice today in Phoenix, Arizona.
As did I. They were very aggressive movements.
Jonathan Cannon, no question, but thank you for your donation.
Thank you so much.
Rec wouldn't be a live stream without you. Hello. Since the meetup can't happen, understandable, but sad face. Here's to crossing paths somewhere down the road. Have some toilet paper bucks to deal with the brown.
Oh, Tony Richardson in the chat. Hello from Country Inn Hotel Bunker.
Oh, Tony Richardson, our aeronautical advisor and airline pilot. He is having training today. So he's not flying, but he's doing airline training. He says his hotel, the restaurant is closed. There's no food. He has one emergency microwavable little cup of Uncle Ben's rice, and I think that's his dinner.
Wow.
Yeah. So hopefully they're going to be feeding him them at training tomorrow. What they've been doing at this hotel is a Hampton, and normally Hamptons are just known for their kick-ass breakfast every single day. But now they have like bagged lunches, which is just a bunch of it's Nutri-Grain bars, and they at least have the good yogurt, which I'll have tomorrow morning.
I had it today. It was delightful.
Yeah, and it's top shelf yogurt. So
yeah,
you got that. You got a Nutri-Grain bar. You got an apple, and you got a coffee. And honestly, I was good.
I was good. Yeah, I was kind of surprised by how not hungry I was until I got back to the hotel, and I sort of was sitting over here and thought, it's like 2 o'clock. I should probably get lunch or something.
Yeah.
And so I just ordered smoothies from Jamba, adjacent type place.
And we got Wootastic. Thank you for your generous donation. I just ate a cold, spicy chow fun, and my next fart is going to destroy my boxers.
You ever just feel it like coming
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you know this is going to like I can't wear these anymore after this.
It's like the Ric Flair theme song. It's coming. Dun, 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 dun.
This was just like ripping through the box or something. It's like Porky Pig, like that's all, folks, just peeping out of your ass. It's just deeply unpleasant, but also weirdly satisfying.
I had some nasty ones this morning.
I would not have known if you didn't tell me.
Oh,
it's a very well ventilated room.
It is. I don't know what. Well, it was from last night because last night was the last night in Phoenix when all the bars were open, and it was St. Patrick's Day, and we were at this place called something Dropout, like Culinary Dropout, which was a very hipster place.
Yeah.
And they did Brussels sprouts. My dinner last night was Brussels sprouts and deviled eggs. I could have had a burger. I could have had a whole thing, but honestly, I was stuffed because honestly, I was stuffed from the chartreuse platter that I had for
your lunch on the airplane.
For the lunch on the airplane, yeah. I'm sorry, it was a humble brag, but I had a lunch on the airplane. Yeah. It's a 5-hour flight. Come on.
Yeah, it's very nice. I mean, I kind of
had 3 gin and tonics. I was 3 gin and tonics. I watched Ford v Ferrari, and then I watched like the first 1/3 of Lost in Translation on my phone.
And what did you think of Ford vs Ferrari? Or v Ferrari, whichever.
Ford v Ferrari, because this is my life now. I watch movies on airplanes. And I thought it was Ford v Ferrari was to gearheads what Bohemian Rhapsody is to music nerds.
Yeah.
Completely unfactual. It's untruthful. That's a word. It's fantasy based in reality and packaged in a digestible format to people.
Yeah.
I like it. Both movies have every actor in it. No one is mailing it in. Everybody is doing their job right. And that's what saves it. I mean, I'll watch Christian Bale in anything. I even liked Equilibrium. Yeah. And Rami from Bohemian, the guy who played
Rami Malek?
Yeah. Also, unbelievably good.
Yeah.
It's just the stories are kind of like anime.
Yeah.
It's anime for cars and anime for classic rock.
It's kind of like how you can't bring up, that you like Braveheart without people going like, oh, well, it's not historical.
Yeah.
Right. Like I know none of
Braveheart and Dragonheart are both equally
as, factual.
Yeah. Or I should say Braveheart is on the level of Dragonheart.
Pretty much.
Factual accuracy.
Like that's whole cloth.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're taking the bare sketches of history and just sort of, but it's a movie that I've always enjoyed. And I've always understood that, I don't know, like it's film or it's history as entertainment, as in, all right, we're loosely adapting history, but you're not supposed to take, it could almost be like an alternate history movie. So much of it is just complete fiction. But yeah, I don't really care if a movie is that factual or not. Like I would have preferred if it were, but I don't know. I loved Ford v Ferrari a lot. And a lot of it is just, very broad strokes, and everybody's on their A game acting wise. I just think it's kind of weird that in some respects, I don't know how close the performances are really getting. I mean, like I know John Bernthal was just playing John Bernthal rather than Lee Iacocca,
right?
But it's something where like I believed he was Lee Iacocca because he's really got into it.
Yeah.
And plus, it's such a very like specific accent, like our tri-county,
an Allentonian accent.
Yeah.
he would have needed a. First of all, I don't know if there is a dialect coach for a specific Allentonia accent.
Yeah, I'm like, how do I teach you how to talk like this?
Like this. You can hang around me when I get lit, but then what you get is a coal cracker accent. I think we might have just went down.
Did we?
I think we're still up on here. I mean, we're on hotel internet, so are we still live? Let me know if we're still live.
Yeah, or if it's an F in the chat.
Are we live? Can you guys hear us? Still good? Are we still good? You're here? You're up?
You're up. Yeah.
Oh, good,
Okay,
good.
cool.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're back on here.
Okay.
Yeah. So while you were getting dinner last night, I was working on my RCR stories for not this coming Monday, but the Monday after, finishing the editing. And I also cut this weird promo for this pro wrestling contest where this wrestler named Sean Spears is looking for a tag team partner. And it's one of those things where I spent all this time cutting this very deep, insightful promo off the top of my head.
Yeah.
That I thought was really good.
Yeah.
Then I look at the contest and it says, well, entries can only be 30 seconds. And so I'm like, mine's almost 3 minutes of just me rambling. I thought it was a decent promo. And then, but whatever, I shared it to Twitter anyway. And it's just weird because I think of how badly I wanted to do that when I was a kid, of be a pro wrestler and cut promos. And I realized that to a certain extent, I don't think I could do that now in this business as it is. Because I don't know, they script things.
Yeah.
Well, I guess AEW doesn't script things, but still, it's the idea that you wouldn't be saying your own words that came off the top of your head would drive me nuts, because I love having my own words in my head.
Right. That it's like what Iacocca said when he said, if you can find a better car, buy it. And he said it resonated with people because those were my words and I could say them with complete conviction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it means more when it's coming from you.
Yeah.
Now, even though in this promo I was mostly playing a character, a heightened version of myself, of I'm a car guy, and that means I take a mechanical and methodical approach to solving my problems. That's why 2020 is the year for spears and gears. Let's do it, baby. But then it's weird because it ends up being a promo where I end up kind of shitting on Sean Spears, which is not the point.
Oh.
You're supposed to but in a way that's you could be doing better, Sean. You can be, I can help you. Let's help each other because we understand each other. You see, we understand what it's like to try to scratch and claw to get to the top of the mountain. And then when you get there, what do you see? Everybody else's flag is already planted because they took shortcuts, because you got leapfrogged to everybody else over the top of the mountain. I'm going to tell you something else, Dusty. No, it's just, it's strange, pro wrestling, but it's fun if you can even just pretend to do it in your own way.
Arizona Integra. Oh yeah, that's right. Jack Walker, you need to come back down to Austin and review my Z31 300ZX. There certainly will be another Austin in my future. I don't know when. I like Austin. It's a beautiful flight from Philadelphia. Austin's crazy. Downtown is crazier. I'm digging San Marcos and the outside bits of Austin. And, well, I guess Austin's all right when you lift your way around.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do you don't have to do the driving. I don't have to do the driving. I don't have to feel guilty with Monica or Nugget doing the driving. And also I miss Steph Schrader. So that's another reason to come back. There will be Austin in the future. Good question, Jack. Will Downs, thank you for your donation. Well, the Neon got hit and is totaled.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, a first generation Neon is my new unicorn. I'm getting a 1998 Ford Escort sedan as my next car. Your thoughts? Well, it's going to be a slightly better car than the Neon. It's not going to be as expressive or cute or a touchstone of the 90s, because the Ford Escort goes all the way back to the 80s. See, that's the thing about the neon, right? Well, it only existed in the 90s. It was 94 to 99 or 95 to 99. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful in that decade. It's just this molded plastic inside and out, cheap plastic, but gosh darn it, it was a turd covered in chocolate. And how much chocolate do you need on top of it? What is the chocolate to turd ratio that you'd accept? And whatever that is, that's a Dodge Neon.
Yeah.
But I'm sure your 98 Ford Escort is still going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be a delightful. If it's the closer it is to teal, the better it's going to be. I mean, if it's black, okay. Oh, I'm getting a crink in my neck from looking sideways. Oh, it's hard doing this sideways.
It is.
Yeah.
You ever see the movie Sideways?
You know, I really like
Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti, but no, I never saw Sideways.
It's a fantastic movie. It has this amazing, and this is total hipster nonsense, but I only thought about this scene because they played it in a clip on an interview that they were doing on NPR, and it didn't even have to do with the movie. It had to do with wine.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, shit, I got to see this movie again. And it's better than I remembered it being, because Paul Giamatti has this great monologue about why he prefers Pinot over Cabernet, because it's like Pinot, it's like very thin-skinned and sensitive. Like Cabernet could grow anywhere, but it's, it's a survivor. But it's, I don't know. Just look up like the Pinot scene in Sideways, and that just the dialogue is chef's kiss, but I can't touch my face. But it's very fantastic. And then there's like another scene where like he has a moment with the girl, but he misses the moment and realizes it later, and he's like beating himself up over it in the bathroom. It's just a fantastic movie. But yeah.
Tiger, I guess that's Tiger/1, says, Meeker hasn't streamed in days, so this is all I have. I don't know who that's.
Oh, Mr. Mitoker. He's like this. I want to say he's like Keemstar adjacent, where he covers like drama. Because I know he did this long thing on Spoonie and other channel awesome people.
Okay.
Who it was just a bunch of background stuff. It was a little too, I don't know, mean spirited for my taste, but he produces good content for the most part, I guess. Yeah, so no problem with that. But what was the rest of the question? So this is all I have. Take his super berries. I was going to be buying a new Miata, but then this damn thing hit. Now I'm probably going to drink myself into a coma. Wheaties.
Wheaties?
No,
he's eating Wheaties?
I don't know. But thank you so much for the donation. Yeah, hope you get that new Miata at some point.
Do you feel like a second beer, or you're?
Yeah, I'm nowhere.
No.
Yeah, I'm still in it.
Okay.
But
I kind of feel. Well, I got to drink the rest of this. Okay, they're almost out of bottled water at this hotel, so I've been just pouring water into this coffee cup that I get from the sink. Maturity.
Yeah, it's what peak performance looks like.
Clint. Excuse me. You're here having streaming days, so this is all I have. Taking super berries. I'm going to be buying a new Miata. I'm probably going to drink myself into a coma. I had this conversation. Oh, and thank you for the generous donation. I appreciate it. I had this conversation with Frederick Knudsen from the YouTube channel Down the Rabbit Hole. You guys know him. And I had this thought, what if there's going to be a bunch of corona babies? Like if people are just stuck at home for 2 weeks, how much porking are people going to do?
I mean, yeah, because there's not like a whole lot else to do. I wonder how many marriages are being saved by this. Of just like,
yeah,
we haven't made carnal Congress in Lord knows how long, so might as well, And then you end up realizing, why did we ever stop?
Yeah. Love in the bunker.
Yeah.
Good question. Clint, also generous donation. Thank you, Clint. Howdy, Mr. Regular. I asked your opinions on the Gen 2 Vipers a while back. Live stream with you and your Kiwi friends. The Johnsons, yes. And finally, I'm the proud owner. You bought a Viper GTS. Might end up road tripping to the East Coast. God help. I will tip my phone to you, I'm wearing a hat, that you're going to drive a Viper on a road trip. I mean, GTSs hold their value. I mean, you could make the excuse that you're going to go there and go to Chrysler Nationals at Carlisle. That's another good question. If this continues going, how's Carlisle Events going to handle this?
Oh, there's not going to be any Carlisle events this year. I can tell you that right now. But I mean,
there's Carlisle Spring that comes up. That's a thing.
Yeah.
And I just noticed that the doors in this hotel lobby are sensitive enough that if you drive your car up close to them, they open. I just saw a car pull up.
Yeah.
Which is interesting that someone's walking in this hotel right now. And actually, like, the people can hear us from out there. But, there's a table, and it's a little bit nicer out here than in our room. So, yeah, send an email, regularcars@gmail.com. And, we already did a Viper RT10, the first one, but we haven't done the GTS, so there's stuff to talk about there. So please, regularcars@gmail.com, your make, model, city, state in the title of the email, and in the body of the email, have your email and the rest of your words. So that'll work. Laser Lord 10, with no question, but thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate it. SCJ 643. I am legally blind, yet I love your videos.
Thank you so much.
I can't read a license plate without getting really close, so simulations are my only option. I'm flattered that...
it's very touching.
Yeah.
I didn't think we'd sort of have an audience that we could reach, or that we had content that could reach, people. But I don't know. I'm proud to...
Yeah, I guess our legally blind means you can still see.
Yeah,
but there's limitations, and I guess our narratives help you out as you're going along. So thank you very much. I appreciate the donation. Thank you. Murray, I recognize this name. It's one of those that I always stumble over. Murray Man Chan the Souk.
I think that's it.
Okay.
That's how I would have said it.
Okay. Howdy from San Diego. My store is still open. In the regular chat, tell me what type of store it is. Maybe a convenience store, maybe a...
I know the liquor stores are like closing in Pennsylvania. People are losing their minds.
The state stores?
I think so.
Man.
Or either that, or they're like restricting hours. I don't know. It's just... I don't know. I spend a lot of time on the anxiety subreddit to just kind of keep from losing my mind. But yeah, it's something where, it's something where it's a process. Everybody's got to deal with things in their own way.
True.
But we're all on the same team.
Right.
Life.
Sterling Bechtel? Begtel? Sterling Bechtel? Begtel?
Possibly.
Okay. Thank you for your donation, Sterling. Looking up The Doc Sunday Driver by Rockstar Games. Look up.
Yeah. I've heard of that. I haven't seen it, though. Is that like sort of documentary on YouTube, or is it like on a streaming service?
I don't know. I am going to Giggle it right now. So cool, I intentionally mispronounce names. Sunday Driver. Oh, it auto-completes the Rockstar Games. Sports documentary, 58 minutes. It's about lowriders. Okay. Cool. That'd be it. Tomorrow, hopefully, our day will become nicely filled, so it won't be as bunkerish as it is today. But yeah, Sunday Driver by Rockstar Games. Good. Thanks. Let's see. Justin, thank you for your donation. Ever driven a 2.5 swapped NC Miata? Well, a 2.5 what? Did they originally come with two? Is that like a Ford or Mazda 2.5? So no. I did drive an NA Miata, and it wasn't filmed, but I drove an NA Miata with an LS at Harris Hill. It was nuts. I didn't belong in that thing. And then later, when I got out of the car, and some other guys, unconnected to me, took a lap, they just ran it into some hay bales off the side of the track. That was the thing. No, I've never driven a swapped NC Miata. A 2.5 swap. I wonder what type of engine that is. I'm not familiar. I guess it might have been a Ford 2.5 or a Mazda 2.5, or they probably shared that engine. It's a good question, though. So no, I haven't. Thank you, though. Wootastic, thank you for your donation. P.S. I've got a 2011 Suburban 2500 X CBP, California Beach Patrol, I think is what he means, if you want to come see it. I didn't bring a hat down here. I recently cut my hair down again, and my ears are cold.
Oh, I was going to say you could have my hat, but then you're getting no ear protection there. It's like a...
My ears get cold so easily. Sucks. So, cool. Wootastic, what you want to do is go to regularcars@gmail.com, and I just touched my lenses again. Oh, man, now there's grease on it.
I wish I had my glasses wipes, but they're up in the room.
I may ask for them later.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I have an irresponsible amount of them because I'm like wiping down on every sort of surface. Mm-hmm. And even though it's like it's a hotel room, they clean them. Yeah. Still, I'm just like, thanks.
Wootastic says, if you want to come see it, what you want to do is regularcars@gmail.com, your make, model, city, state, and the title of the email. And in the body of the email, put your phone number and all the information about the car. Thank you. And I got you hear my voice already starting to go. Spend a lot of days not talking. Saying she's about to correct me. I love this. The 2.5 liter NC Miata uses a Duratec MZR, very much like the OEM 2 liter. I could have put one to replace the motor that failed at H2R, but the advantage is small. I prefer the NC 2-liter motor. So in my head, I'm trying to see, like, okay, it's maybe the difference between the ZZW30 and the 2ZZ engine of Toyota with the third generation MR2. Yeah, the 2ZZ is better. It revs higher. It makes more power, but it's negligible. It's really down to driver skill and not the engine. Good. Well, thank you, Monica, and thank you, Wootastic. I kind of feel like wrapping this up a little earlier than usual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there are some new questions that we haven't gotten to.
Of course. I'm just saying that I need to take a shower. And again, I'm still a little bit on East Coast time, so it's like 10 p.m. for me.
Clock.
Yeah. So please, no more super chats. We're going to wrap this up. I need to go to bed, even though it's early. It's not early for me.
Yeah.
Eskimo Bob says, any desire to drive a GLHS, Go Like Hell Super or something like that? I know you did the Horizon. Yes. I saw one in person. There's a small dealership that has one, a sort of consignment shop. No, actually, it's like a collector dealership. But yeah, I do want to drive one to find out what it's like, but they're so valuable now that I don't know how I would do it. Like, could I really take one and just ring it out? Or would I have to just be careful with it and just enjoy it as like the rare little hatch that it is.
Yeah.
It's a good question.
That is a good question. A high-tech redneck backyard barn. Update on a Geo Metro review. I've wanted to do a Geo Metro for a
me
while.
too.
I think it's a matter of, A, we have to be offered one. B, it also has to be feasible for us to do. Like, say if there were a Geo Metro that were being offered, but it's in a place that we would have to fly to get. Well, now we would have to plan a whole trip and do a bunch of other cars in the area to financially justify going to do one car.
Right.
And so that's why we kind of like hold out for things to be in our area.
Right.
So that we can kind of keep down on the expenses and make things sort of make financial and planning sense. But yeah, I hope to sort of get one soon, get my hands on one, because that's a car that I've always wanted to do and talk about. And I don't think I have like an RCR story's worth of talking about a Geo.
Yeah.
So
the closest we got was the Ford Festiva we did a while back.
Yeah.
But that's a good question. Thank you about the Geo Metro. This is a question I think for you, and I will use this time to get another beer because I got to go up to the hotel room. I'll be right back.
Very nice. Reek. Honestly, this anxiety makes me react to lockdowns on Okinawa. Remedy, put on your vids and pretend drive on Google Earth. Well, I mean, that's kind of what I used to do as a kid, although not with Google Earth. I had an empty box, and I would sit in it and pretend I was driving, as I imagine many kids did. I remember freaking out as a kid when I saw this episode of Rugrats where they essentially do the same thing. Or was it Rugrats? I know for a fact that they ended up doing it in an episode of SpongeBob for whatever reason. So, you know, it's kind of a thing where imagination is key, you know, as long as you're having fun. Like, this whole thing with distancing yourself from other people, I mean, joke's on them. I already don't, like, have a social life. And I don't really miss having one in a weird way. I love my friends. I love how patient and understanding they are. But I don't know. I spend so much time with my family. Like I take my brother to work. I sort of hang out with my nephew. I, go have dinner with my mom, so that I almost feel like those are my friends in a weird way. That's my social life. Going to my mom's house to watch the Waltons, which I love and still love. And it's something where that's my anxiety remedy. But also, when Brian was out to dinner last night and I was sort of in the hotel room for however many hours, it was nice because, not because I was alone. Well, okay, yes, because I was alone. Because I like hanging out with me. But that doesn't mean that I don't like hanging out with other people. It just means that I find a certain sort of level evenness when just sort of on my own. So doesn't mean I want to be on my own all the time.
Right. I like taking vacations to people, not places.
That's a good one.
And that is one thing that bums me out about this whole, like, don't travel and stuff like that. Because there's all these people I want to meet and just hang out with and, and have like an art. And now I gotta wait. Yeah. Eventually. All things pass in this will as well. So what are we up to? Nicholas Riviero?
Yes.
Okay.
Getting Dad. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Thank you for the generous donation. Getting Dad's 13 Tundra, 200,000 miles. Any tips?
Rust. If you're in a rust state, that's going to be the thing. Toyota, as good as they are still susceptible to metal oxidation as everything else. Tundra, good truck, good bed, but hey, this is Jeff. You've been over to my house before, saw you were interested in doing a review of a Geo Metro. I'm trying to remember which Jeff. Yeah, I just got that text. Jeff, I'm trying to remember which Jeff. I think I know which Jeff it is. And that the Jeff that I've been to, I have a 93 with a 3-cylinder, good engine and a manual transmission if you want to do that one. It's teal, excellent. Quintessential Metro. Jeff, that you're texting me here on the phone. Send an email, regularcars@gmail.com. Your Geo Metro, year, make, model, city, state, and the title of the email. And then in the body of the email, well, I have your phone number, but put it there anyway in the body of the email. And then so I can check it when we get done with this. Oh, and by the way, thank you for all the super chats, but please no more super chats. We're going to shower and get to bed because we're still on East Coast time.
Yep.
So yeah, look out for rust on the 2013 Tundra. I know it's still new, but even in 2013, well, that's been 7 years, 8 years,
Give or take.
7 or 8 years. So that's going to be the thing on the East Coast.
Yes. Pentium 4 guy, thank you for $2. The Chevy Beretta GTZ, the official car of what?
Cashed up Bogans. The
Wait, what is
American version of a cashed up Bogan. I guess trash class. Yeah, it's a Chevy Beretta, but it's the fast one. And it's coming in the 90s. That yes, they were fast, but the Ford Taurus SHO was faster. But the thing about these like special edition stuff from the 90s, yes, the prices of them are going up, but in modern senses, they are not quick. I mean, they're fun, but they're more now about the aesthetic of it than anything else. Ugh, looking sideways sucks.
Tell me about it.
Sitting sideways. You know, maybe if I turn my chair.
Possibly. There you go.
Oh, what a concept.
Let's see what else we got. Bevel Boy Jack, $9.99. Thank you. Shout out from Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland.
Working valet at the downtown Aloft. Thanks to the thing, I've parked 3 cars in 3 days.
Oh, man.
You guys need a season here. Explore the crap world of car ownership by a lake.
I don't know if we did Cleveland like the first Denver trip. We did a bunch of stuff.
We
in
did
Ohio.
Toledo.
Okay.
Yeah. With a guy who worked at one of their plants, I want to say.
Okay.
But I don't know offhand. But yeah, that was a good trip.
That was our first trip all the way out to Denver in a Honda Fit.
Yep.
That was 4 years ago.
That was one of those weird things where I got home back into my town and I kind of wanted people to react to me being back because I felt like I had been gone forever.
Mm-hmm.
It was only 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
if that. And yet everything about it felt so different. And I think part of it is because that was like my first major trip because my anxiety was such that when I was younger and in my 20s and teens, I was basically I felt like I couldn't go anywhere. I just felt like so wrapped up in the tension of even going to visit family where I know I'm going to be safe. And so the idea that I took this enormous, huge trip was just mind-boggling to me. And I felt like, not that I wanted to be congratulated or anything,
Mm-hmm.
but like just someone to say like, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. To like have noticed that I was gone.
Yeah.
And then you get home and suddenly it's sort of like, I don't know who I should call. Like, I don't know what I would say, but it's so bizarre. And I kind of want to shout from the rooftops that, hey, I did this.
Yeah.
And it was such a nice feeling. But everything felt so different. So
I just remember that was the trip that made me realize I didn't want that Honda Fit anymore because of the alignment problem that made the tires sing. Arizona Integra again. Thank you.
thank you.
Thoughts on a right-hand drive Saturn wagon? I know what you're talking about. I got your DM. Sorry that we don't have time to do it. Also, little brother CJ says hi. He's watching from home. Also, 350Z, official car of 350Z. I want a Corvette, but I want to go slower. But then on the other hand, it's the 350Z is I want a Corvette, but I don't want to be part of that scene. So you get the 350Z.
Yeah.
And then the people who LS the 350Z. And, you know, the interior of the 350Zs are okay, but it's not a GTR. your 350Z will never be a GTR. It's not a Skyline. So I drive them. I understand they're quick, but I really can't get around the fetishistic nature of them. The old school ones are fantastic. The modern ones just, and I drove a 370, so maybe that was different than driving the 350. I should really drive a 350 so I could just have the comparison to it. But yeah, it's an official car. The 350Z will always be in that same league as a Corvette, for good or ill, based on its drive layout, size, and even price point. Please, no more super chats. We're going to be wrapping this up.
All right, next up we have Alex. Opinion on Honda Elements.
Well, we'll have like almost 10 minutes of opinions on one.
Pretty soon.
Pretty soon.
Pretty soon.
Big hint there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got.
See, right? I could say what I think about it, but we've said everything.
Yeah, we said everything.
Yeah.
Like, we literally sat across from each other at the cafe a few weeks ago and said everything. So, or was that one of the times we wrote remotely? See, it all runs together.
It all runs together.
Thank you for your donation.
I will say that you don't buy a Honda Element for someone who just wants a car. It's a little bit boutique. It's a little bit too boutique for someone who just wants a car, because that car is going to have Doug level quirks to it.
Yeah.
So, and those would get on, but those would be a pain to someone who just wants something quiet.
Yeah.
That you buy a RAV4.
Let's see. Piston Driven, thank you for your donation. Have you guys ever owned or liked a car but didn't like the image it portrayed? I own an 02 WRX, and I'm totally aware of the stereotypes, but I love the damn thing. Stay safe.
How? Don't do this.
I mean,
don't breathe on. I thank you. Accept the. Is it a compliment, or is it like what is that?
Well, I mean, it's about.
Is it like drive safe? I say that all the time, but that's because I want them to drive safe. That's a commandment.
Yeah.
Stay safe is so vague. Okay. I'll wash my hands after I wipe my bunghole.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all you can really do.
Right.
But the actual question.
Right.
Well, I mean, I own a Mustang, and that's an uphill battle in itself in terms of sort of being taken seriously. They're kind of ubiquitous in my area, but also they have a sort of reputation, I suppose, for being really sort of self-important, I suppose. I was going to say aggressive, but even then it's kind of like, I mean, I'm not like the greatest Hall of Fame driver or anything, but I don't think I'm like the worst driver or anything. So, I don't like that Mustangs kind of have this reputation for everyone who drives them being bad drivers. But what are you going to do? You can't really, you can't really litigate how people feel about your car. All you can really do is choose how you feel about it. And I love my car. It makes me feel good. So I don't really care what other people think about it. But thank you for the question and the donation. Victorious, $2. Thank you. Says, heard divorces in China are currently at a high. I can believe that. It was in response to our thing about how possibly this could save marriages from being clustered inside and having, things.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Laser Lord 10 says, thoughts on the Fit being removed from the U.S. domestic market?
I hadn't heard that.
I haven't heard that either. I haven't seen too many new ones around.
Yeah.
Maybe their price point, they couldn't really compete with the Nissan Versa. or the Toyota Yaris, because they both do the same thing. I guess maybe the bean counters decided that the fit really wasn't worth it in the US, that we want larger cars. But I'd be sad to see it go, but at the same time, it might be one of those things where the car would disappear and I wouldn't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's strange in that way, isn't it?
Yeah.
To kind of go from sort of
like fiddles away.
Yeah.
Fizzles away. I guess the answer is that I'd be sad to see it go because they're tough little machines.
Yeah.
If only they were a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
It's the small car problem.
Sad to see it go, but wouldn't notice that we're gone. Yeah. Maxim, $20. Oh, thank you for the generous donation.
Please, no more super chats. We're going to be going to bed.
Yeah. Some others, I think like 2 others came in from people who just arrived.
Okay.
I should have had a pen to write on the back of this plate. Maxim, only just subscribed this past week, and I'm not sure why I waited. I hope RCR isn't staying in a hotel better than the Country Squire or Pottsville Motor Inn.
Yeah.
Cheers from north of the mountain. I've never stayed at the Pottsville Motor Inn.
Dude, the Pottsville Motor Inn. Okay, it's always fun to talk about hometown stuff when you're away. The Pottsville Motor Inn. Okay, first of all, he said the Country Squire. Let me set the stage for everybody and tell you about the Country Squire Motel in, I don't know if that's Pottsville or Schuylkill Haven, but it's across the street from McDonald's, as my driving instructor and one of the gym coaches, Mr. Ketz, used to say in high school. Things you can do around the Country Squire Motel. You can go to McDonald's. There's the Sheets across the street.
Yeah.
And there's a Redner's Warehouse Markets. And then there's like, this is like a weird chemical, like storage facility behind. You go past this. I always forget about the Squire Motor and it's Country Squire. And as you roll past that place, you'll see people in plastic lawn chairs sitting outside their motel rooms. You can buy those rooms.
Yeah.
You can live there.
There's always signs about
you can buy them, like as condos or who knows what. That place is...
I've never been inside and I know what it smells like. Like it's...
I think my relationship with being near the Country Squire may be similar to your relationship being near a methadone clinic growing up. It's just a thing that's there and
it's just very strange. But or like the old there was a similar motel in my area, which is kind of like the down and dirty motel, but it's also the hotel or the motel that you go to sort of like when you're young, you don't have anywhere else to go because you still live at home, but you have $60. That type of situation.
I had a friend who found a place because he really wanted to bang. Couldn't bang at home, couldn't bang at the girl's house, but they had some money.
Yeah.
It's kind of hotel.
Yep.
The Country Squire and the Pottsville Motor Inn. I was in one of those rooms because I gave a Appalachian thru hiker, wanted to stay there, which is a long way away from the Pottsville Motor Inn, or from the trail, but whatever, they got a room there. And the Pottsville Motor Inn is a motel that still gives you a physical key. You walk into a room about the size of this table. There is a twin bed. There is a CRT TV. There is a nightstand and a bathroom. That's it.
Yikes.
A shower stall. This is a old school no-tell motel place.
Yeah.
And, between the Pottsville Motor Inn and the Country Squire, there's a lot of room for people who are on their 8th chance in life. And cheers from north of the mountain.
Oh, very nice.
Up there in Shenandoah. Thank you, Max, and thank you for a generous donation.
Thank you so much. Instant Debris, $5. Would you be interested in reviewing a base 2019 Mustang GT? Almost no additional options aside from wheels and a handful of minor aftermarket parts, which is when I throw to you to give the spiel. Regular cars at
gmail.com, your make, model, city, state in the title of the email, and in the body of the email, put your phone number
a picture of the car and any additional information.
Thank you.
So yes, we do need to do more Mustang GTs, and it's been a running thing that whenever we get a Mustang, Nick does it because he's intimate with that brand. So, and 2019 would be no, it's not the, is that still the current generation? We still need to do the one after your SN95. We need to do the S197.
Yeah.
Which I argue should be his next car. It should be you should have the GT in the Cruise-O-Matic, like whatever automatic they have.
Yeah.
I think those ones, the automatic is like a ship's, like
a rudder. I don't know ship terminology.
Instead of it being like one stalk, it's two. It's like a handle, and I think you go like that.
Yeah.
No, wait a second, I'm wrong. I think it's a T handle. Still a T, like a throwback to the original one, a T handle. Anyway.
Instant debris. Oh, but no, we already did.
Yeah, I am interested and send everything to RCR, regularcars@gmail.com.
Murray Monchampasuk. I work with Eric Pedersen at O'Reilly Auto. Cheers.
And congratulations to Eric Pedersen for getting married. Sorry I couldn't be there in person.
Well, I think it's at the end of the month, or not next month. And so I'm wondering if it's still happening. Like, I worry about that type of thing. Poor guy. And bride.
He sent me a text or two. He said he wanted to be here, but again, things.
It's rough. But thank you for the donation. $10 from Gnawing Nixon Skull. Greetings from Missoula, Montana. As a sewer worker, I've been staying busy with all the stuff that people are flushing
in lieu of toilet paper.
So I'm sharing
the wealth. Ever want to review a poop truck? Yes. I want to review one of those things. Missoula, Montana. I've never been to Montana. I want to see Montana. I want to ski in Montana. I want to drive snowmobiles in Montana. I want to be in Big Sky Country. There is no direct flights to like Bozeman, Montana. But I heard Bozeman is so cool.
Yeah.
It's like I think it's like Montana and Idaho are places you need to shut up about. Like people don't want you to talk about how awesome they are because they don't want people moving there.
Yeah. Steady Trousers. $10.
And thank you for your
donation. And thank you. Yeah. Steady Trousers, $10 from where? There's an A in front of the 10.
It's either Austria or Australia.
Possibly. Hey, Mr. R, please do a fart, but keep your pants on. I've heard farting with pants might spread the thing.
You should have seen me this morning. I was levitating across the room. I took some Beano like after breakfast, or just like right before. So I was good the rest of the day. I didn't fart up the cars people brought us. So we were good on that front.
Very nice. Very nice indeed.
Yeah, Eric Pedersen just texted me. He says, "Hey, Brian, how are you doing?" Eric, I'm on my second beer, and I think I'm going to call it a night.
Yeah.
I do need to take a shower. And on that note, please, no more super chats.
We're nearly at the end.
Okay.
I think I have to refresh one more time, though.
Yeah.
Tech Explained. Oh, and thank you, Steady Trousers, for the donation. Tech Explained, $2. Interested in the T-Bird Super Coupe, and I'm in New Jersey.
Yeah, I am. Thunderbird, sure. Is the Super Coupe, though? It's not the Turbo Coupe, but I don't know what the Super Coupe is. Is it a 5-liter? Is that what it is? Or is it? It's not the 10th gen. We did the 10th gen. That belonged to a clean cut guy in North Carolina. Another YouTuber. Gosh, why can't I remember his name? Kyle, yeah. Slob Kyle. No, was it Slob Kyle? Yeah, Slob Kyle. Yeah, we did his. I forget which is a Super Coupe. But yeah, we need to do more Thunderbirds because they're Mustangs, but they're not. And also the Mercury Cougar.
Yeah.
So Tech Explained. Regularcars@gmail.com, your make, model, city, state, and the title of the email, and in the body of the email, put your name, picture of the car, and some extra words. And we'll see what we can do. Thank you.
Rock and roll. JH with 420. Nice. Just writes dank.
Dank.
Thank you so much.
I haven't smelled any dank.
I smell it all the time in my hometown. I swear, literally in the Amish farmers market, where people are just walking around smelling like, dank.
That purple.
Yeah.
It's like when we walk up to my apartment every now and again.
Yeah, and you catch a whiff of it, and then you're like, oh, they're smoking that. And then I'm trying to think of like what's the most ridiculous historical figure to name a strain after? Like, oh, they're smoking that William Henry Harrison, like ooh, that good Kush.
Calvin.
Oh man, check this out. They open it up. There you go.
It's so strong, you turn into Silent Cal.
You got to put the mason jar inside another vacuum sealed mason jar. Keep from that smell.
Funky Fudge with a generous donation. Thank you so much. So I'm into keeping cars for a long time, and I'm into sleepers-ish. Well, okay. I have some money now. Am I crazy to consider a Charger Hellcat? Would a Scat Pack be a better buy? Well, Scat Pack is more horsepower for less money, for certain. But if you're talking about a buy and hold, they made a lot of Hellcats. Then they made the Demon. Are you willing to keep a car registered and insured for 20 years and not drive it much? Because that's kind of the over and under when trends start to come around again.
Yeah.
That's a question you have to ask yourself, Funky Fudge 11.
Struggle.
The price of cars immediately go up, and then they go down, and then people make fun of them, and then they come back around again.
Yes.
The
only thing that can accelerate the time for them to come back around again is if they end up in a Fast and Furious movie.
There you go.
So, or if they become in some big pop culture thing.
Right.
So yeah,
that helps. So yeah, you are crazy to consider a Charger Hellcat, which means you're going to be in that for the long haul. And sometimes you don't make money, like a Monte Carlo. They're not worth much, especially the ones from the 2000s that were like the special edition pace car editions. There were a few SN95 pace car edition ones. Yeah, they're worth something, but you're not going to retire on that money, and you may lose it. Even with the stock market going way down, still the stock market is known to go up and down within the course of a few years. Cars, well, I'll give you the advice that Jay Leno gave out on one of his YouTube videos. Buy the cars that you want, the cars that you want to drive, the cars that you really like. Because the worst case is you buy a car you really like. It doesn't go up in value. Who cares? You're having a lot of fun. But if you buy a car to make money, now it doesn't become an object of affection anymore. It becomes just this lump of iron and steel and rubber and fuel that you take care of. It's like you inherited your ex's cat, and the cat doesn't even want to purr and play. There you go. Good question, man. Awesome, man. Quadruple 3. If you're ever in Denver, I have a 2000 Isuzu Rodeo. Good, that's a car we still need to do.
How many have we done Isuzus? Because I'm just thinking back on like all the old Isuzu Joe commercials or Joe Isuzu commercials, and like I wanted to bring that up in a video, and then I'm thinking like, well, no, because we haven't done any Isuzus. But then if I think about it, what would I really even say? I would just reference the commercial, and that's kind of cheap and lazy. But
right.
It's something where those commercials were so iconic, sort of growing up, and like I don't remember them live on TV. I remember seeing them on old wrestling videotapes that were recorded off the TV from my cousin that I used to borrow and then never give back. So I have a soft spot in my heart for Isuzu because of an ad campaign that was purposely annoying. So
yeah, I guess they existed in small numbers and not really in our neck of the woods. Yeah. So yeah, it'd be fun to Isuzu.
It's a choice.
It is. Your make, model, city, state. Year, make, model, city, state in the title of the email, regularcars@gmail.com, phone number and picture of the car in the body of the email, and anything else you want to write. As I touch my nose, rebel to the core. I think that's
refresh, and I think that's
that's it.
All right,
We're done with super chats. We're gonna sign off here. We're here in Phoenix.
5 to 9.
It is 5 to 9.
And
look at that. Hello to everybody back at is that backwards?
Yes, it is. But
man.
It is correct on the no, it is not. Wait, no, yeah, it is.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, on the thing. Like it's.
Oh, look at that! It's correct. Yeah. That's so weird. Like in the in-browser YouTube program, it's mirrored.
Yeah, I should have known this because every time we take the thumbnail back at home, like I'm on a different side when we do it. But yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. Be well. Thank you.
Up a little bit doing that.
Thank you for joining us, and I don't know, platitude.
I will never stop swishing my beers. Now I have a 1.5 F1 to figure out blah, 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 blah. Celica, something like that. Stay sanitary. See, that's a phrase.
Yes.
That's specific. Stay sanitary.
Well, I like the easy saying, stay safe.
Stay safe.
This too shall pass.
This too shall pass.
I mean, because that's something that for anxiety sufferers, they tell you that like the only way out is through.
Yeah.
And so it's helped to kind of like stay mindful and be, hey, you understand you take it each day at a time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That was a thing, like every single Lyft driver we've had here, because the hotels aren't running shuttle vans, is that the Lyft driver is going, I don't know. They're going around the I don't know drain.
No.
Yeah, I don't know drain. And I should just respond with this too shall pass.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, I have to recognize that because of you, we're working in a can't get fired job, can't get laid off job. It keeps going. The worst thing that could happen is advertisers will pull their ads because they don't feel like advertising in what will be a recession. And then ad rates will go down, and then our income will go down. But really, it would go down to maybe like 2 years ago,
which is
fine.
Fine. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, but then that's fine for us, and it's not fine for you. So I'm so thankful that because we don't exist without you.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's the whole reason we're kind of hanging out in this airport hotel with no one else. But it's kind of, I mean, it's delightful. I kind of don't want to end the stream because I still want to keep talking to you guys.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, we're incredibly lucky, and I kind of thank my lucky stars every day that I get to do this because it's a job that I love, but it's also a job that allows me to be around people that I love more frequently and sort of.
Do you have a friend named Rachel just going, Nick, or are they making a Zootopia reference?
Don't know.
Nick.
I mean, I do have friends named Rachel,
Okay.
but hi, Rachel. Hello.
So late to the cast. Is the hotel deserted? No, there's like 12 people here.
Yeah, but it's kind of.
There's no one else. Like we're the only people in the lobby.
Yeah. Well.
And I asked the guy at the desk, and he said, "Yeah, go ahead and stream, whatever." It's one big whatever going on here. My daily upload, maybe 9/11 prices will fall. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think now is the great time to if you're thinking about locking horns with a car dealer, offer them a price that you're happy with, and if they don't take it, walk. Guarantee you, they'll call you back the next day.
Well,
make sure you hit Carolina's Down Sound for some reasonable Mexican. Look sketch. I don't feel like going to a place that looks sketch. I really wanted to go out to a comedy club and see Greg Fitzsimmons because he was in town tonight, but all his shows are canceled. Bleh. Someone says, thank you for remembering. Thank you. Just someone named M. Thank you for recommending Sister Carrie.
What about a change of perspective?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, be good. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. RCS, when are you coming back to Florida? I don't know. I'm sad I missed Amelia Island. I want to be able to see that. Maybe next year I'll try to get to Amelia Island. Yep. All right, guys. Cheers to you. We got Voodoo Ranger. Cheers to you guys. We're going to sign off from here from Pittsburgh. We got more cars to film tomorrow. And after that, I'll hopefully see the desert for a little bit. I'm so glad you were able to join us here in the hotel bunker. But it was, I guess, a rare rainy day here in Phoenix, Arizona. So I got to see Phoenix, Arizona when it rains. Tomorrow it'll be sunny. We're going to drive some fun cars and go to somebody's parents' house for dinner and have a home cooked meal. So that's going to be our day tomorrow.
All right. Well,
any closing thoughts?
None whatsoever from me. But I just hope everyone out there is hanging in there, and yeah, we're all on the same team.
Yep.
So have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night, everybody.